Hello, one and all. It's Alternative Voice yet again, and I've decided to talk about Mouse Utopia / Universe 25, or the impending doom of humanity. See, Mouse Utopia was created, it was an experiment in the 70s. It was done and then redone and redone, but Universe 25 was kind of the magnum opus of the whole experiment. All of these experiments yielded consistent results. But Universe 25 was kind of the, again, magnum opus. What they did is they built this container for 3,000 mice. There's videos that will go into way more detail than I will, but I'm just going to give you the highlights. They built this container, and it was an ideal temperature. It had a limitless supply of food, limitless supply of water, all for free nesting materials and all that jazz. No, and of course, no predators or anything. And they dropped 4 male mice, 4 female mice, three, well, not three of anything, but these were standard issue lab mice. And how long do you think it took them to reach capacity? Here's a surprise: it never did. What happened is the mice became increasingly violent. They became cannibalistic. They, even with all the food plentiful, they became cannibalistic. Not only that, they stopped mating. They formed their own weird little cliques, and it's like one feeder or one water bottle wouldn't have any mice around it, and the others would have a bunch of mice around it. But these mice would form their own cliques. They had roving gangs. What's interesting is that they had a lot of mice that weren't too interested in mating, both male and female. Gradually, what happened is they just stopped having sex and just kept killing each other and acting crazy. And eventually, they all died out. See, the thing is like, as I said in a previous video, we got it pretty good today. I mean, we don't live in fear of polio, smallpox, or measles, at least not in these countries, in our Western countries or in developed countries, even. Like, developed countries include Japan, China, the US, South Korea, Australia, pretty much all of Europe, and New Zealand. Yeah, you get the picture. Anyhow, it's like even in less than developed countries such as like Russia, they still have air conditioning, they still have heating, they still have indoor toilets, they have hot water, transportation, and things like that. Even if, assuming that you are not homeless, you most likely live better than a king did 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 years ago. Do I make myself clear? Do you get what I'm saying? I hope so. But anyway, you can check a whole bunch of articles about which is it better to be a king today or a modern person now, just a regular person. I wouldn't trade my life for any of the kings of old, you know? Anyway, the thing about Mouse Utopia is that we might be in a situation that's worse because the mice never had Twitter, they never had Facebook, they never had YouTube, they never had the internet, they didn't have cell phones that they could just dinker around with all day. And it's like, a lot of the mice wouldn't fight or mate. They remind me a lot of the herbivore men of Japan. And a lot of people probably have different traits of various different types of mice, but I see a lot of these cliques forming up. And it's just, the thing about it is that whenever you watch a movie that involves utopia, like the idea of a utopia, it's kind of like the trailer to the original Purge. It's like 0%, like 1% crime rate, like really low crime rates, 1% unemployment, all of this wonderful stuff, and it's like, okay, what's the catch here? And then they reveal the catch. And because there is always a catch, you know? And it's just, could we be heading to, again, the question is, could we be heading to Mouse Utopia? I think we very well could be. I mean, it's like, you know, I keep hearing that it's like porn, that's just the beginning. They're already coming out with like sex robots and things like that and sooner or later they're going to come out with virtual reality shit and all that crap. I mean, who would want a real woman or a real man when they could have Miss Perfect or Mr. Right or however many Miss Perfects or Mr. Rights you can come up with, you know? I mean, every fantasy you could think of can just happen like that, you know? And it's like, just look at Japan and what's going on there. Look at their low birth rate. And it's really quite crazy. But I definitely think it's really possible because, you know, we aren't that far as distant from the animal kingdom as we like to think we are. And it's like, you know, a lot of women are checking out of relationships. A lot of men are checking out of relationships. I mean, look at feminism in MGTOW. And there are a bunch of subclicks there and all that stuff. It's like, you know, it's just going to get crazier and crazier and crazier. And their numbers are growing, you know? And, but what's really interesting is that, you know, I'm just trying to reveal what I've found out. What always fascinated me is that a lot of academics don't know about this, but a lot of people without college degrees are the only ones who seem to know about this shit, which is really disturbing because I think every mental health professional should know about Mouse Utopia or Universe 25. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all.